On your computer, where do you store your operating system like Windows and Mac OS? Your applications like web browser and media player, your files like pictures, videos and documents. Most probably, you'll be storing them on your block storage devices. You may have the operating system and the applications on your local hard disk drive or solid state drive. You may have your files on external drive or flash drive or memory card. How about for your cloud server? You can leverage cloud block storage to store your operating system, applications and all your files. Cloud block storage are just like hard disk drives and solid state drives for the cloud servers. In a previous video, we looked at cloud virtual machines. Cloud virtual machines or cloud servers are just computers on cloud. In this video, we will look at cloud block storage for the cloud servers. First, let's look at what a block storage is. A block storage device is a computer data storage device that supports reading and optionally writing data. Examples of block storage devices include hard disk drives, solid state drives, flash drives, and memory cards. In a block storage device, the data is read and written in fixed size blocks. Blocks are identified by an arbitrary and assigned identifier by which they may be stored and retrieved. Looking at the blocks directly would not make sense and has no obvious meanings in terms of files or documents. A file system must be applied on top of the block level storage to map files onto a sequence of blocks. Few examples of file systems include File Allocation Table or FAT, New Technology File System or NTFS, Apple File System or APFS. In simple terms, cloud block storage is block storage as a service. With cloud block storage, cloud services emulate the behavior of a traditional block storage devices such as a physical hard disk drive or solid state drive. We can create and attach block storage volumes through web console or through API calls. Essentially, we are renting the block storage volumes from the cloud providers. Cloud block storage can be either instance-based or network-based. These are analogous to internal and external drives with respect to physical drives. With computers, we can have internal or external drives. An internal drive is built within the computer and is attached to the motherboard through a computer bus interface like SATA, whereas an external drive is connected from the outside through a cable like USB. As the internal drive is closer to your computer by proximity, it performs much faster than your external drive. This means that the use of data is quicker in internal storage versus external storage. In other words, the internal drives have lower latency compared to the external drives. Since the internal drive is built within the computer, it's difficult to replace it. On the other hand, the external drive is connected externally to the computer, and so it's relatively easier to replace the external drive compared to the internal drive. Similarly, cloud block storage can be attached in two ways. The first one is instance attached block storage or local block storage. This refers to the storage that's directly attached to the cloud server. The storage comes along with the cloud server. This is similar to internal drive in computers. Instance attached block storage have lower latency since the storage is directly attached to the instance. The second one is network attached cloud block storage. This is similar to external hard drive in that the block storage is attached externally. In the cloud provider's data center, the cloud block storage is stored in a separate facility and connected to the servers with high-speed internet. Since the data has to be transferred from block storage to the virtual machine over the network, there is higher latency. Let's now compare instance attached and network attached cloud block storage. Instance attached block storage has low latency, that is, the data transfer is faster. On the other hand, with network attached block storage, the storage is attached externally and there is higher latency. Instance attached block storage is comparatively difficult to scale if we need to increase the size of the storage. Since the storage is attached directly to the instance has to be terminated and a new instance with the required storage needs to be created. Whereas, we can easily change the size of network attached block storage since the storage is separate from the instance. Instance attached block storage is more expensive compared to network attached block storage. With instance attached block storage, the storage is tightly coupled with the instance. It's not possible to attach an instance attached storage to a different instance. With network attached block storage, the storage is located independently from the virtual machine instances. Hence, the storage can be removed and attached to a different instance without any hassle. With both physical drives and cloud block storage, we have the option to choose between hard disk drives and solid-state drives. Let's look at each one of them. Hard disk drives have been around for more than 60 years. Hard disk drives use magnetic storage to store and retrieve digital information using one or more rigid, rapidly rotating disks. For this reason, they are considerably loud and noisy. Hard disk drives have high latency or take longer time to perform an input or output operation per second from start to finish. However, hard disk drives are cheaper than solid-state drives. Solid-state drives are relatively newer technology and they lack the physical spinning disk. They are typically more resistant to physical shock and run silently. Solid-state drives offer low latency but are expensive compared to hard disk drives. We will now take a glimpse at the use cases of hard disk drives and solid-state drives. Hard disk drives are ideal for large, sequential workloads. They can be used for storing files, media, and big data analytics. Solid-state drives are ideal for random access of data. They are the best choice for boot volumes that store the operating system. They can be used as storage for databases and application servers. When in doubt, choose solid-state drive. Let's look at some of the features of cloud block storage. On demand. Cloud block storage can be obtained on demand with the required configurations. Durability. Cloud block storage offers durability as the storage volumes can be replicated in multiple zones. Scalability. Cloud block storage can be transparently resized. Secure. Cloud block storage volumes can be encrypted to make the data secure. Backups. Snapshots of the cloud block storage volumes can be taken for backups. Let's look at some of the popular cloud block storage services. Amazon Web Services instance attached block storage is called Instant Store, and its network attached block storage is called Elastic Block Storage. Google Cloud Platform's instance attached block storage is called Local SSD, and its network attached block storage is called Persistent Disk. Microsoft Azure's instance attached and network attached block storage services are called Data Disk and Data Storage respectively. In a nutshell, cloud block storage are just like hard disk drives or solid-state drives to cloud servers. Cloud block storage can either be instance attached or network attached. Instance attached block storage is directly attached to the cloud server. Network attached block storage is attached external to the cloud server over the network. Cloud block storage offers both hard disk drives and solid-state drives. When in doubt, use solid-state drive. Thank you for watching the video. If you found this video useful, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ashwincloud_.